right, welcome back to Orange Peelers. How you going, Zane?
I'm good. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a red hot minute.
Yeah, we had to film a bit early last week because Winston had a nice trip away to Cairns. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, North Queensland, mate, goes off. Cowboys territory.
And I'm getting a phone call, but I'm going to have to ignore it because we've got more important things to do.
No, you can answer it.
It's from a mate.
Answer it, surely. Answer it live on the podcast. That's content.
We've got more important things to do at the moment, don't we?
That's how serious we are about bringing you guys some good rugby league analysis. That Zane has hung up his phone. So us, the non-experts, the non-ex-NRL players, can analyse the rugby league.
Orange Peelers.
Yeah, the Orange Peelers are here to analyse the rugby league.
Yes, let's get into it. Ooh, first game.
Zane is fired up.
I'm fired up. First
Who wouldn't be fired up? Dragons, Tigers.
Yeah, what a game. Can only be described as a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Tigers got off to a good early start, but just fell away and the Dragons got the job done.
Yeah, that's
in a pretty boring game, which there isn't much to talk about. Both sides are pretty average to watch.
Now, as you said, Zane, I was in holidays in Cairns, but I did my best to watch, whatever games I could. And this one was in Wollongong, so I was heartbroken to
they always get the best games,
this
don't they, Wollongong?
Yeah, and Thursday night footy, which we previewed this one for weeks, saying this is not going to live up to the time slot. It was all right for a game, but
I nearly fell asleep.
As you said, Dragons, they snuck away. I was hoping the
Tigers
Ravalawa
try, I think, wasn't a try. I think that was forward.
The flick pass? You reckon that was forward?
I reckon it was.
I don't reckon.
I saw Julian in the background cheering. Did you see that?
Yeah, Julian in the background.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is it a try? I'm like, but that was just crap Tigers defence.
That pass was insane.
It was, but I think it was forward.
And also, like you said,
at that point they deserved to try because that Tigers defence on that set.
Well, Zane, sorry, Zane, I'm all over the place, mate. Back from holidays, Zach, you said the defence was bad. Zach Lomax broke two tackles before he then flicked past it.
That's what I mean.
Somebody came out and I remember I was watching this part because the Tigers player shot out and made really good first contact. And I literally vocally said, oh, that's good first contact.
I said that as well. I said in my head,
he
that's
hit him,
good.
and then just fell off.
And the commentator said it as well.
Yeah, and then he just fell off and then the flick pass out the back.
And that's really what gave the Dragons the win in the end. Tigers missed 2 conversions, so it could have been tied up. But
Bulldogs legend Brandon Wake can bit off with his goal kicking.
I think the wooden spoon might be confirmed.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to lock it into the Tigers.
Could lock it in. I think after this weekend it will be confirmed.
Who do they play this week?
South.
So they'll be back alive after they beat South. They're in all sorts, mate. They're not even in the 8. They're kiddies.
Oh, shush. We've got a bye still to come, so we technically are in the 8.
No, I think, as I said just a moment ago, I was upset that the Tigers lost this one.
Yeah, I wanted
because I have money on Dragons to get the spoon.
So do
Shout out to Picklebet. And so, Tigers losing this one, I think, confirms them for the spoon.
Pretty much.
Because they've had all their
Sheens
buys.
is still very optimistic that they won't get it.
Yeah,
he said a couple of weeks ago they can still make the 8.
Well, they're two wins behind Bulldogs and Dragons
and they've had all their buys as well.
And they've had all their buys, and Bulldogs still have a buy.
Yeah.
And so they jumped 3 points ahead.
I was going to say Dogs could still be a chance with the run home, but I don't think it'll happen.
If we didn't have the buy, we'd be a chance. But that buy is saving us from the spoon.
Because I still have a feeling Tigers probably will get some sneaky win towards the end of the year. They've
got 1 or 2 wins in them. And I feel like Bulldogs as well and Dragons as well probably have 1 or 2.
I think all of them will win another game. Yeah. Maybe.
Hopefully. I hope the Bulldogs win another game. But shout out to the Tigers. Back-to-back spoons. What does that do for them? What do you think? It hasn't
happened since, I think, the Knights, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, who did it most recently? Eels or Knights? Because I know Eels did it.
2015, 16.
Yeah, okay.
17.
They did 3, didn't they? I think Eels had 2 or 3.
Eels got it 13, 12, 13.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And they got it again in 18.
Para.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that year where they just fell off.
Yeah, top for the year before, and then they just, I don't know what happened that season, but gotten over it quickly, didn't they?
Would you, at the start of the year, would you have expected Tigers to go back-to-back spoons?
No. I had them around 12th, I think.
Yeah.
I thought they'd improve a bit.
This one surprised me. On paper,
they should have improved.
Yeah, 100% they should have.
I don't know what the issue is there. I think it's more the coaching.
I think it's more. I think it's
the club
internal, not the coaching to a degree,
internal,
but internal stuff. Yeah,
because I don't know about Tim Sheens.
Madge would be laughing.
Madge,
They've fired him, and then they've still got the spoon.
He never won it. He never won a spoon.
And I swear they weren't at the bottom when they sacked him.
No.
So
they got those 2 wins against the Tigers and Para. I think they were coming last at the time, maybe, but he never won a wooden spoon with the club.
Yeah, and then
since getting rid of him,
he still hasn't. And they haven't won. They haven't not got the spoon without him.
Yeah,
assuming they go on to get it. But I think there's big issues inside the Tigers.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
What about their chairman? What's his name?
Yeah, I don't remember his
See the way he
name.
was dressed. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He looked like he was running a chocolate factory.
Wow. Don't know, he shows up to work every day.
Yeah.
Tiger's like the Oompa Loompas for him, and he's Willy Wonka.
I'll tell you what, if your boss shows up to work like that,
I'd laugh.
no wonder they're going the way they are.
It's like, what kind of chairman dresses up like that?
Yeah, like, was he dressing up as a G-up, or does he genuinely dress like that every day?
He must.
I think he does. Like the top hat. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm gonna try and remember to insert a picture into the YouTube. But he was wearing like a fedora hat and it was purple, hey?
Yeah.
It was a purple suit. He looked like Willy Wonka. Like if I forget to put the picture up, just Google Willy Wonka. It was dead set Willy Wonka.
I was watching the interview just trying not to laugh. Like,
Yeah.
why are you dressed like this?
It was like he'd been, have you ever seen Impractical Jokers?
No.
It's like a show where there's these four mates and they just like basically dare each other to do dumb stuff in public and they film it and mic it up and stuff. And
Maybe, I might have seen.
If you'd seen like
somewhere.
a clip, you'd probably know it. And yeah, it's as if somebody has said to this bloke, "Oh, before you go on this interview, I'll give you $50 to dress up as Willy Wonka and just like embarrass himself for free."
It was so
You know
good.
what? You're meant you need to be punished, Zane,
I
for
thought you forgot.
for the South Bulldogs
I
game.
thought you forgot.
Do we get you to dress up as Willy Wonka for a podcast?
Jeez, should I dress up as Willy Wonka for a game?
For a game? What are you doing Saturday?
Nothing. Sort of work, but I can work around that. Why? What's...
Wollongong game, Dragons Manly.
Oh, no.
You got to dress up as Willy Wonka and go to the
no.
game.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I will.
That's your punishment.
Dress up. I don't.
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
How embarrassing will that be?
That's your punishment.
I don't think
Well,
I
like,
can.
is there
No, I
anything-
can't make the game. I've got work.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Is there anything else funny that you'd wear to the game? Like, what's something? I think that's because like we need to get you punished. The fans want you punished.
I'll wear like a Warriors jersey or something.
A Warriors jersey. Where are you gonna get a Warriors jersey?
I don't know. It'll be somewhere.
What if you wear like Dragons kit? Because Julian will hook you up,
You may.
and that's not that bad.
Oh, but it is bad for
Or
me. I hate doing
wear a Bulldogs jersey to the game.
I prefer the
Just for a
Dragons.
half.
I don't know.
Even just for a half.
I could work that out if I can make it. What time's the game actually?
Let me have a
Let's
look.
Have a look.
'Cause
I think
I
it's the
reckon I'm gonna
5:30
go.
game, isn't it?
Yeah, 5:30.
Oh.
Don't pretend that you have work.
No, I won't, but I'll see if I can make it.
I'm trying to like. Is there anything else at the game you can do? Like, do we get you a hot dog and just put like all the sauces on it or something?
No, that works.
Like
But
tomato, barbecue, mustard. They
I
might
could
have
wear the
mayo.
Dragons jersey, but if I get exposed, it'll be the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah, that's the short. Yeah, I don't know.
Fine, it's a deal. I'll wear a Dragons jersey for one half.
I want Bulldogs.
I reckon Bulldogs.
It was a Rabbits Bulldogs game, just for a half. Just for a half.
Deal.
Just
I'll
yeah.
wear a Bulldogs jersey for one half at the Dragons Seagulls game on Saturday evening.
There we go.
I've shook on it.
Lock
First half on the
yeah,
hill.
First half on the hill. Lock the
And
punishment
I'll
in.
never be touching one again after this. Never again in my life.
Never make bets
Oh,
that you
gosh.
can't bloody. You don't want to follow through.
You have plenty, don't you?
What do you mean?
You
Plenty of Bulldog. Mate. I'll let you come upstairs and pick it.
Should I take the 2020 Indigenous jersey? Have you got that one?
No, I don't have that
No,
one.
I'll wear, what's the,
Oh, no, just wear like this year's home one.
yeah, okay, the one they beat us in.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I'll do
that's
it,
fair.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that
I'll
makes
do it.
sense. You were like genuinely like, I don't want to do this, eh? And that's why it's a punishment. It's not meant to be
But
pleasant.
it's, first of all, it's because it's not even a Dragons game.
Yeah, that's
Bulldogs
what
game.
makes it funny though.
I know. And
That's what makes it
everyone-
funny.
People know, like, I go for Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
It's going to be,
That's why I don't want you to wear a Dragons because it's a Dragons game. So like you'll
I'll
blend
wear a
in.
Dogs jersey to the Dragons
Yeah.
Seagulls game. And
Look,
I'll make a video about it as well.
Yeah, I'll film it and put it on
We
the
can get
Orange
this-
Peelers Instagram and my TikTok.
We'll get this clip.
Yeah.
And then I'll make a whole like video on it as well.
Clip it up, and we'll both make videos on it. It'll be up on the Instagram. So if you're watching the
our TikToks,
podcast, it won't
maybe
be on the
YouTube.
podcast. He's not going to be punished on the podcast. He'll be punished on socials. So go follow Zane on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, follow Orange Peelers on
So
Instagram.
this means that next year when we beat you at Good Friday again, you can wear a South
I'm
jersey.
not making any deals.
Well. We'll wait and see
No, we'll see how the Bulldogs are going form wise.
next year.
We'll see how many Souths players are out.
Oh yeah, God, please don't tell me.
Black Taff will be bloody running around for the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah,
in
he
that
will,
game.
and he'll own us as well.
Anyway, shall we move on to the next game? I think that's enough Dragons-Tigers chat.
The Wars.
The Wars!
Beat the gritty Raiders, and the Raiders just stayed in the game as always. Like, so strange with the Raiders. Like, I'm looking at this ladder, I'm like, good team, then somehow, like, the Raiders are there as well. I'm like, what are they doing there? But they're there.
They'll play finals.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
There's people saying they'll drop out. I don't think they're going to be the ones to drop out.
No.
There is a current top 8 team that I think will, but it's not the Raiders.
There's a team out there was a current top 8.
There's 2 teams that I wrote off. And
there
I
was
think
a team in the 8 that isn't anymore that I'm writing off.
Fool.
Nah.
Yeah. But I think the Raiders, they will make finals, but they'll go out the first week.
Yeah,
That's how I think it's going to go, because I think the league is getting very tight. And there's 2 teams that we ruled out a couple of weeks ago that I still think are in a hunt.
Who?
And they both have an odd number of points.
Who? Oh, yeah,
and I said that draw could be very...
You reckon Manly can jump in?
I think they're capable.
I don't think
they
Manly
will, but
yeah.
I think there's a chance they can.
I don't reckon
they're
Manly...
1 point behind the 8.
The Knights, though.
The Knights
I reckon they've got a decent run. The fact that they've...
I know.
We'll come back to the Knights, but yeah.
I think... Like I said
on 'em.
weeks when that draw happened, I'm like, this could be so important to them, or it's going to cost them.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's costing them because they're 1 point behind the 8.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Are they both equal, Manly and
both
Knights? I think they've both had all their draws.
I think they're 23. 23 points and CS 24. That's how I believe it is.
That might be another thing we got to clip up. We're going to have to go back in time and clip up when they drew, because I do remember you saying that. So yeah, Knights are in 10th on 23, Manly 11th on 23, and 8th is on 24. So yeah, they're 1 point out. And that's the good thing for them though. Like Manly, you look at them, they're minus 31 for and against, and everyone else is positive. It doesn't matter for them.
Yeah.
Because they've got the odd for and against.
Sorry, I don't want to look rude. I'm just replying to an important text message from the person who rang me, and he's been very annoying at the moment.
I was about to say, call him back. Call him live on the podcast.
It's all good.
We want our first
It's a private matter.
call in.
I'm just scared at the moment.
You're scared for the South.
Oh, I'm just off that as well, but for what I have to do on Saturday evening.
That's why it's called a
And
punishment.
it's on the hill as well.
on the hill. We'll make sure it's publicly
South, you let me
documented.
down. You let me down, South.
But yeah, the Warriors and Raiders, I thought, honestly, when the Raiders started scoring those tries in, I thought they were going to win.
Did you? I turned it off.
Oh,
I'll
really?
tell you why, because I switched to Channel 9 for some reason. Because I wanted to just watch like the warm up for South and Broncos.
Yeah, fair.
So
yeah.
10 minutes ago, I just switched to Channel 9 just to watch, listen to their bullshit and just like.
You want to hear what Gus had to say about the Bunnies?
Oh, Gus wasn't there. It was JT.
That's a shame.
It was JT and Slater.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
JT's pretty stale on TV though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to watch them warm up. And then I get messages. I'm like, geez, Jack Wyden. I'm like, what's happened here? No, go back. I'm like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
But SJ, of all people.
Oh, good
game
on
winner.
him. Good on him.
Talk a bit more about SJ pretty soon.
Yeah. You love SJ. Who
Warriors,
doesn't love SJ?
Do you think they can win the comp?
I don't.
I don't think they will.
I don't-
And I said, I reckon in the finals, they're going to be in a tight game. There's going to be some controversial call that robs their season, like used to happen to the Cowboys.
That makes me want to cry.
I know it. I just know it will happen.
I don't- 'cause
There'll be
like-
some obvious forward pass or something that costs them.
And you know it'll happen. Like,
Yeah,
if
it
it's
will
going to
happen.
happen to anyone.
I know it's going to happen. There is going to be some controversial call that costs their season, and they're going to whinge about it for the entire off season.
I don't think they will. I don't even know if I'd say I don't honestly.
I think they can make the grand final.
I'm gonna say it. I don't even think they're capable of winning the comp, but I want them to win the comp so bad.
Is that the thing?
Not necessarily. I just don't see them beating teams like
They seem to be
Panthers
getting
or
better
Broncos,
every week.
Even
Like,
Cowboys.
From the start of the season, they've been getting better every week.
Have you seen
They're
their
gonna-
run home into finals?
Yeah.
It is good.
It is good.
They could build
They
a lot
could
of momentum.
They could finish second, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
No,
'Cause I've looked at
literally.
the Broncos run home as well.
If Panthers or Broncos slip up, they can finish first.
I know.
Because they realistically, they
If
don't
they get
play
a home
another top 8
final,
team.
I think the minimum they will get, well, if they finish top 4, I think the minimum they'll get is preliminary final.
So you reckon they win?
I reckon they'll win the home game they get.
It'll
Whether
all
it's the
just
second or first week.
It'll all just depend. Oh, that's a good point. Because if they come bottom of the 4,
Yeah,
they get a home final anyway.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
know-
mean.
I
I
didn't
think
even
they're going
think
to
of
make
that.
prelim in
Yeah,
general.
I back
finish
that.
Top 4.
They will not lose a home final.
No way.
I don't care who they're versus.
Imagine the crowd's going to be
Yeah.
just.
You're looking
wild.
at
See
how
the
they-
spider wires.
Yeah.
Yeah, how good is that?
Their crowds at the moment are hectic.
Yeah.
I want to go to a Warriors game.
Oh, mate. They've really found their culture. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Have you seen the
Yeah.
cam they do? I can't really do it. Like,
Nah.
what's it? Pung Cooker? where they got to do the.
No,
I can't do it.
It's
It's really.
But yeah, did you see the video of them doing like their team chant?
Yeah.
Like it's just hectic.
And see the tunnel when they ran out?
Yeah.
How good was that?
Yeah.
Like they found their identity, the Warriors.
I'll tell you what, this is who I'm bandwagoning in the finals.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if South go, I'd be going for them. But if South and Warriors play each other, I'll be like, I want South, but I'll be Devo because I want the Warriors to do well.
And like I usually bandwagon Canberra. So like
you do.
These two teams, this is my bandwagon.
I used to, but I'm just like, now
I
I'm just
like Canberra, to be honest.
Canberra.
Yeah,
Whatever.
fair. I like them. I don't know why.
Their best players coming to South, so I probably should, to be honest.
You may as well. No, you don't. You don't want to bandwagon.
I keep forgetting that they're not going to have Jack White.
Imagine if Whiten wins the comp before going to South. So you don't want that.
I know, but the thing is, we keep forgetting that they're going to lose White next year.
Yeah,
like we've obviously got a long way to go before we do the preview for next season.
Yeah,
keep forgetting he's going to be a massive loss for them.
Huge. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do without him, but luckily they do have him at the moment. He's not going anywhere for now.
But overall, it was a good game. It was entertaining.
Yeah,
we thought the Warriors had it in the bag like a lot sooner than they did.
Yeah,
but
and then
Raiders
Croaks
just
misses the kick from the sideline to win it.
But the Raiders just always hang in games.
Did you see that the New South Wales Cup score was the exact same?
Yeah, I saw that.
How weird is that?
And they don't have Golden Point either.
Yeah.
So it would have been,
That's wild,
That's very interesting.
Yeah, Warriors beat Raiders New South Wales Cup 21-20. It's also ironic because it's New South Wales Cup, but it was New Zealand versus Canberra.
I know.
In New South Wales Cup, which neither are New South Wales.
Do you know what? Something I hate about the Warriors New South Wales Cup team?
Yeah.
It's their jersey. That is disgraceful.
Disgraceful. I don't mind
their
it.
New South Wales Cup jersey is disgraceful.
It's not that
it
bad.
is so boring, so plain, no design at all. And I love the Warriors first grade.
Am I like picturing the wrong jersey?
Right.
It's not that bad. It is a bit plain, I guess. It looks like a training jersey.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm going to try and put a picture up in the YouTube.
I just think it's disgraceful and just like should have just gone
It is a little bit plain. It's like it's got like either depending on which jersey it is, there's all white or all navy.
Yeah,
and it's got like
that's
green and red stripes across where the logos are.
Yeah.
It looks like a training jersey.
Yeah, it's just so plain to me.
I still am not sold on the sponsor. Like the major sponsor.
Well, it seems
like,
to be making
just
them better.
aesthetically.
The Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like it's making them play better.
That's a fair point.
You know, they should stick with that.
Yeah. Maybe it is giving him superpowers.
It is. It's got SJ like his powers back.
His powers back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need like what's it called? Stark Tech. Whatever
Yeah. Stark Tech. That's like Iron Man's tech company.
Exactly. They need them sponsoring.
Yeah, 100%. Should they maybe they should get them uniforms that are just Iron Man suits.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be hard to
bring
beat.
the superhero jerseys back.
Oh, 100% bring the superhero back.
Unfortunately, they're not part of the I think the Dragons had.
Yeah, it was ISC that did them.
Yeah, and they had to they had to be already manufacturing jerseys for a side that's like Cowboys had 4, Roosters had Spider-Man.
Roosters bounced between Captain America and Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did. Dragons had Iron Man.
Knights also bounced between Spider-Man and Iron Man. They swapped with the Roosters. I remember Storm had Thor at one stage as well.
Yeah, but Cowboys were Thor.
Did South ever have? No, you did Superman.
Yeah, we had, but that was completely different.
Yeah, that wasn't because obviously,
that was because of the movie.
You know, Ant-Man.
That was because of the
Dragons had Ant-Man at one stage.
Did they?
That was random. Manly had Wolverine, which is one of my least favorite jerseys of all time.
Yeah.
Tigers had Rocket Raccoon.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a Rocket Raccoon one.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
one.
it was like. It was weird. It was a weird one because that's like he doesn't really have like.
I'm surprised because Gold Coast is sponsored by Movie World with all the superheroes, and they had like a superhero round on the weekend, which obviously didn't help, did it? But I feel like I reckon they'd be able to do a really good superhero.
A good like promotion of jersey.
Yeah.
It's like how Bulldogs last year.
Who's their colours? That's like DC. Like they could try like Flash or like something.
Flash is red. Okay,
he's got the yellow. Like they could do a one-off like a red thing, but I don't know. Yeah, you don't know. Dolphins.
Like Superman's blue, but not light blue.
He is Superman, but they could easily just change the colours. Yeah.
Yeah, they could get creative with it though.
Yeah, because they always pull off great jerseys, Gold Coast. I always like their jerseys. I think it's the colours. I love that blue colour they have.
Yeah, they do have nice colours. It's underrated their colour scheme.
Oh yeah,
especially for like the Gold Coast.
Yeah, and just what I like about their jersey, if you look it up now, and I didn't notice that at first, but after seeing it, I love it now. So you notice with their home jersey the yellow.
Yeah.
So the yellow's the sand, the white between is the waves, and the blue's the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice that?
Yeah, I
such
sort
a
of
creative touch,
it
isn't
is.
it,
That's what
for
I
the
mean.
Gold
That's why it suits the area. Like it's the colours of the beach.
Such a creative touch.
And like the gradient as well.
And that's why I love it. So
a lot of people sort of hate on the Titans jerseys, but I like them. I think the yellow stripe could be like something else. But I love the
What I
gradient.
didn't like was their 2019, 2021 where they went navy. I don't know why they did that. Like I don't know why they changed their jersey for.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've always loved their blue and yellow.
Yeah, the navy.
Their most iconic one to me is 2014 home jersey.
Which one's that? Let me
look it up. That's the most iconic Gold Coast jersey to me.
Oh yeah. The
yellow V.
Yeah, blue with a yellow V, and it was BLK. I swear they rocked that jersey when they had no sponsor at one stage. Yeah,
because they went bankrupt. Didn't
they? I think that's when the NRL bought them out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Titans.
I think they're independently owned now.
Yeah,
I think someone brought them back.
Yeah, I think they are.
But we're not talking about the Titans at the moment. We're supposed to be talking about the Wars and the.
We got very off contract.
But should we move on now to?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the game of the round.
Oh God,
you're the one that asked to.
I was very skeptical, optimistic of this game. I thought we were in for a good shot, and we started off well, but the Broncos are just too good for us. And Trell pulling out late again.
Yeah.
Why?
Second time in what, 2 weeks?
No, first time. He's playing this week. He has said himself he's playing. No matter what happens.
He hasn't played since Origin. Since before Origin.
Yeah. What annoys me, minor calf strain.
Yeah.
It's been 12 weeks.
That's because it happened in Origin camp.
A training minor calf strain. It's obviously not minor if it's been 12 weeks.
I think it's safe to say, Zane, it wasn't a minor calf strain. I think we can confirm that.
Yes.
They were covering something up. Do you reckon he's been to America?
No, he hasn't. Because we would have seen it on his story if he has.
Yeah, that's true. He would have been riding motorbikes and shooting guns somewhere in California.
Yeah. I think they're just having that rest for him. Like, he seems to every season like to have a rest. I think my voice wants a rest as well. But every season he seems to like to have a big rest for about 10 weeks.
I think there is
yet the most. Guess the most games he's played for South in a season has been.
Like, what is he? He's a fullback, misses Origin. He should be playing like 15 to 20 games.
I'll give you a clue. The most games he played for South in a season was 2021.
I'm just like...
And he was suspended twice that year.
Oh, true. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just as a get 15.
17.
That's not heaps.
It's not.
That's not heaps.
That's the most games he's played for South.
17 is he should be playing that minimum.
2022, last year was 16.
Yeah.
Which is, this year it's been, I'll get him up now, but it hasn't been.
Well, in a season, you play 24 games.
Yeah, plus
and
the
then
prelims for South, because, we always...
Yeah, so
grand final.
So it's even worse.
Well, so it's nearly 27 games.
And then we'll be generous and take 2 off for Origin.
2021 would have been, we played 23 games because it was the shorter.
Yeah, true.
So out of the 23 games, he played 14.
That's not much.
In 2021, 2020, I think he got the hamstring and he got suspended for the whole 2021, 17, 2022, 16, and 2023, 12.
He's played 12 so far.
Yeah.
And how many are left? It's around 22 this week. So, but he's have a bye, so 4?
Yeah. So he
4 or
played
5.
the opening 12 games for South, and that's been it.
And then
we didn't have a bye in that first period.
That's just insane.
Yeah, he hasn't played since Indigenous round.
Yeah. He hasn't played since before Origin. There's been a whole Origin series.
I can't believe it.
With him not playing. And it feels like it's almost been every week. It's like, is Latrell going to play?
They're so precious of him, aren't they? Like, they're so tight. Like, they don't want him doing anything.
I can see why, though, because
they want him ready
as long as they make the 8, it's going to be beneficial.
Oh, yeah. And with the run home we have, this weekend, he's probably going to come out, score 3 tries.
Like, if he's fresh for finals, they were near unbeatable when they were at their peak. Around Magic Round.
I agree. And we said, have they peaked too early?
Yeah.
Are they going to hit their peak again?
Yeah. And now you got to sit here and just hope that they do hit that peak again.
I hope he pulls off like a Michael Morgan 2017.
Yeah.
Just laughs back in there. Like, they're playing the Tigers.
Tigers this week.
Oh, but they got Brooks back, but we'll get to that soon.
Yeah.
But, you watch him come out, score 3 tries and act like, the news headlines will be like, South's back, Latrell Mitchell on fire. Yeah. Really? Give us
the return of Trell Mitt, baby.
Yeah. He's not, when he scores, he's not going to celebrate. He's just going to look really cranky and like he does.
No, I bet he comes in and gives them a shush.
Probably.
I bet he
does. At Tamworth, in front of 5,000 people.
He'll give him the shush.
But yeah, tell me about what you thought of this game. I thought we were disgraceful, terrible in this game.
I expected you to come in here and absolutely slam your bunnies.
I thought we'd be worse. I thought the scoreline should have been worse than what it was.
I didn't think his were.
I think we started very well.
Yeah.
But then second half, we just couldn't hold the ball.
Taff started at fullback, did he?
He did. He was good.
Yeah,
he
okay.
was good. Walker, he's not the one to blame. Like, I thought he was okay, but he got shut down. And I'll tell you
He
what,
wasn't your best player.
Adam Reynolds knows every play, every call, how to shut us down. And Broncos did that perfectly. He obviously just said the Stags pressure Walker.
I was going to say Stags had a great game.
He did.
Stags had a blinder.
All their outside backs did because they pressured our outside backs, and that's how you beat us.
Yeah.
And Reynolds
you just pressure Walker.
Exactly. And he started losing his cool towards the end of the game. But I think he's not the player that loses his call anymore. It's Tane Milne.
Oh, 100%.
God.
I can back that.
Tell us the Martin Tapau knee. What do you think of that?
What was he doing?
How was he not sent off? Like, if you thought that Tane Milne one on Sutton was a send-off, that was a send-off.
Yeah, it's
Tapau's
was worse than
if he got Campbell Graham in
Mills.
the head, he would have been out cold and out for weeks.
You can't do that.
Then we got these Broncos fans like, oh, but it didn't hit him in the head though. I'm like, well, if it did, do you know how bad that would be?
Yeah. But to be like, it didn't.
Like,
to be fair,
Graham's tough, but I reckon if Graham stayed down, he would have got sent.
I think it was sim insufficient.
Yeah, but
if you
reckon if Graham stayed down, he would have just been a sim bin.
Yeah. I think if he got him in the head, it was probably send off.
Oh yeah, but do you
he
reckon
didn't.
Even if Graham just didn't stand up straight
I'd like
if
to
he just laid on the ground, I reckon if Graham laid on the ground, even if he wasn't injured, he would have been sent.
I'd like to think that Graham laying on the ground has no impact on the ref's decision, but I think we know that players laying down can have an impact.
Even if they are injured, we saw with Tane Milne that whole situation.
Yeah.
Where he got Sydney.
Because it does give the bunker more time to look, to review it.
Exactly.
Whether it's intentional or not, that's like, the longer they lay down, that's just how time works.
I don't like being harsh on South players, but Damien Cook did not have a good game.
I
think he's injured. He did not look 100% in that game.
Did he played Origin 3?
He did.
I was going to say, is he rated from Origin? No,
he
he's
did,
good.
but he just didn't look right. I don't know what it was. And they took him off in the end and brought Havili on.
Does he normally not play 80?
Who?
Cook.
He normally does.
I was going to say, I swear he normally plays 80, so maybe he is injured.
Yeah, I think he is. He didn't look.
If he didn't play 80.
And unfortunately, Lachlan Ilias just wasn't good in this game either. But
yeah, he was very
we got Trell
quiet.
back now, and that gives him confidence because when Trell was in the side, he was killing it.
Well, I think you just got to ignore that.
And there was a lot of mail going around this week that Ilias was going to get dropped and Taff was going to go to 7.
Really?
There was a lot of rumours about that, but it hasn't happened, so thankfully.
I think that would have been a bit overkill.
I think it would have been.
Wait for Latrell to come back in the side
again,
and
I
let's
don't
see
think
where
he's
you're
the one to blame for that loss.
I think
it's
you're
more
also like.
I think it was more the forwards, except for Jair. Jair, best player by far.
Also, let's have a look at how good the Broncos were. I thought they were very good.
And Reece Walsh, I hate the guy, but he completely owned us.
Yeah.
Completely owned
us. Stags, Reynolds.
Oh, he is. It's too early to say. I'm not going to say it, but he could be a future immortal.
Reece Walsh.
I reckon.
He
is 20 and he's playing like that.
He is a gun.
So similar to Billy Slater.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's a gun.
He's not at the point yet where he can hold the ball with one hand and run at full speed, but he will get there eventually.
I think he's got a lot of things going on in terms of like he's had the cocaine thing happen. Obviously, the referee blow up, his attitude in Origin.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be a future immortal.
We'll wait a few more years before we make that
fair
call.
enough. I see what you're saying,
it's too early.
I do understand what you're saying.
Another 4 or 5 years, if we're still doing this.
Like if he plays this good for 12 years,
like in 4 or 5 years, we'll go back to this cliff.
Yeah,
I said Reece Walsh
in 4
to
to 5 years, he might have thrown his career away. That's like what I mean. Like
exactly,
it's so early, but like I do see what you're saying. If he's playing this good for 12 years. You almost have to immortalise him because he's playing pretty bloody good.
Exactly.
He's a gun.
But Jai Arrow, not even South's best player, one of the best players on the field.
Yeah.
He was just a workhorse this entire game.
It's
unfortunate the rest of the forwards were just hopeless. Like Burgess didn't have a good game. Havili didn't have a good game. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. But Trell's back this week, so we'll see.
You know who I'm going to say, if you picked this play, you probably win this game, to be honest. I'll tell you really missed Liam Knight.
God. Did we?
But yeah, do you have any other words, any other like thoughts on Souths or even Broncos?
Broncos, I think, can make the grand final.
Yes.
Yes.
Can they win the comp?
No.
No?
I reckon
Why not?
Because I don't think they can beat Penrith.
Yeah,
I don't
fair
think they play the
enough.
style that will beat Penrith. They play very attacking footy.
They did well against Penrith last time they played.
They did.
And they beat
them,
Panthers round one.
But I think the style they play won't be able to beat Penrith in a big game.
Fair
There
enough.
is only 3 sides I think can do it.
Yeah. Go.
Souths.
Yep.
Like at full strength
Yeah, yeah.
Souths when they defend well, which they haven't been for ages. Cowboys
Yep.
can beat them. Parramatta are the
Yeah.
other one. And I think one of those sides aren't even going to make the 8.
Who?
Actually, no.
Eels.
I was going to say Eels, but actually, no. I think they will make it.
We'll come back to the Eels.
Yeah.
We'll come back to the Eels. I agree. I think there's not many teams that can beat Panthers.
Not many at all. I don't
And-
think Warriors can. I don't think
Yeah.
Storm can. I don't think.
So I was going to
Broncos
say, I feel like Storm, if Pappenhausen comes back, and he's set to come back in a couple of weeks,
But
if
I reckon
he's the way
I reckon he's
was,
going to play on the bench for the first few games.
Yeah.
Before they throw him back at fullback.
there's no way to predict what he's going to be like when he comes back.
Yeah, but I don't reckon he's going to be like 100%
Yeah.
straight away.
But if
that's why I wrote them off. I don't
if
think
he's
they-
good to go finals time and he's close to what he was, I think Storm can beat Panthers.
You reckon?
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
not
a
saying they will,
that'd be a
but I
fairy
think they're
tale.
capable.
But I don't reckon Storm are going to win.
It'd
the
be
comp.
huge.
I don't even reckon they're going prelim.
I think Storm need Pappenhausen back close to what he was to win the
Yeah.
comp.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And if they get it,
But I
they
don't
can win the
think he's
comp.
gonna
But
be
without
that
it,
good.
I don't think they
I
can.
don't think he's going to be that good when he comes back though.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
this season at least.
And
Like, he'll have a
understandably
whole
as well.
Preseason next year.
It'd
to
almost
come
be
back.
silly for Storm to toss him back in.
Yeah,
this
I
year.
reckon they should just leave him for the
And
rest of
just
the year.
let him
I
cook
remember
over
at the
the
start of the year they
first
said 7 rounds, but
Yeah.
when it come towards the end of the year,
I remember somebody took him like round 1 in a Supercoach draft. I was
God.
like, bro, what are you doing? But yeah, I think Broncos can beat Panthers. I feel like if it's a home final at Suncorp,
I reckon, home, I reckon they can, but
Yeah.
I reckon at a core and a grand final they won't.
but then at the same time, Panthers are looking good.
They are.
They're looking
It
all
scares
right.
me.
Yeah.
Is it because they beat your Dogs on
Yeah,
the
well,
weekend?
Dogs premiership threat. No, to be honest, Panthers probably should have looked better than they did.
Yeah,
But
they
we'll come
took-
back to that.
yeah.
Now, this one, I don't know if there's any point talking about it. Both bottom 8 sides. I don't know if either of them are going to make the final, Zane. Titans, Roosters.
Yeah. I've backed the Titans this game. Like it's a day game. It really suits the Titans, but they were just rubbish in this game. And it made the Roosters look good. And
Yeah.
people are overhyping the Roosters now.
I thought Roosters were all right.
They were all right.
They're 2 points outside of the 8.
I still think many other teams would have beaten them in this game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Titans were terrible.
Titans
Their
were
defense
bad.
was hopeless. Like
Yeah.
30-0. Roosters hadn't scored 30 points all year, and they did in the first half of this game.
Yeah.
And Titans, to me, just look like they've given up on their season, really.
Yeah.
That's just what it looks like. I think they're worried about next year.
Well, obviously, like, they've sacked their coach. They've got a new coach coming in next year. Their two best players are off contract
Exactly.
and testing their.
And I think every year the
thing.
Titans, they always start off really well, really competitive. But when, the top 8 starts fading away from them, they just fade away as well. They're like, nah, it's too hard. And that's what they look like in this game.
I think the fact that Roosters have had all their buys is enough for me to go, they're not making the 8.
Yeah. I know they're like,
'Cause,
but we're only 2 points behind South. I'm like, I don't care. Look at your run home.
They're,
compared
they're
to
2
South.
points outside of the 8, but South, Eels, and Cowboys all have a buy up their sleeve, meaning that they're 4
And this
points
is
outside of the
Hainsey
8.
saying this I'm talking about.
Yeah, shout out to
Like,
Hainsey.
why aren't South copying their criticism? I'm like, because they are a good team and the Roosters aren't. It's as simple as that. But Tanner Boyd got taken off for Jaden Campbell and they started scoring points.
Yeah,
And it's a shame because Tanner Boyd was great all year.
It's
And
also
then recently he's just fallen off and he's lost his form. And you know when I started noticing he lost his form?
When?
the Ben Hunt rumours started.
and you reckon the pressure's getting to him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
And he walked off shaking his head like he knew that this is bad news.
I've got beef with Tanner Boyd because he's in my fantasy.
Is
And
he?
I can't have you getting benched mid-game when I'm trying to win bloody fantasy
He
games,
goes
bro.
well on fantasy as well, doesn't he?
He was going well on fantasy until he got benched
But
mid-game. He put up a shocker.
There's all these since the Ben Hunt rumours came out for the Titans. He's just hasn't been playing.
Yeah,
well.
no, you might be onto something.
Yeah,
You
I
might
think
be onto
he
something
knows he's under pressure
to perform.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, like,
it's
he's
just something I noticed that might not be the case. Like Titans have not said anything about getting Ben Hunt.
Yeah,
It's just when those rumours started, he kind of fell away a little bit.
yeah. I don't like, as I said, I don't think either of these teams are making the
Oh,
eight.
no.
And so there's
I
no
gave Titans a
point.
glimmer of a hope. I said if they win this game, they could be mathematically a tiny little chance, but no, they're gone.
Where are they at now? They're in the bottom four,
Yeah, done.
and they're like 2 wins outside the 8. Technically 3 if you count buys.
Yeah.
So
They've had all their
Sorry,
buys as
Titans
well.
fans.
Yeah.
They're in a nice spot where I don't think they'll drop any lower on the ladder, though.
Yeah, no, I think the bottom 3 set.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But
Sorry,
still,
bottom
4 doesn't look good. Oh, they're for and against. It's okay. Like,
yeah.
it would have been ruined in this game, but before this game, it was okay. Like, they weren't losing.
They can still creep into like top 12.
Yeah, they can, but I think they're going to do the whole mathematically. There's still a chance.
Yeah, we said last.
And they got a whole bunch of games at home, I believe.
Yeah, but then they're not making finals.
Yeah, no.
Knights.
I remember preseason I had them making the 8, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. They were a smoky for the top 8.
They were a smoky for most part of the year, though.
Pretty sure
they were right up in 9th for 8th, like interchanging every week. So they were there, but things just haven't gone.
I would have made more bad predictions than you.
Well, I remember a few weeks ago I said the Warriors would come 5th, and you thought I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about them probably maybe getting minor premiership.
Yeah. What did you say? You said 5th? And I thought you were an idiot.
Yeah, you
I'm
said
dead
8.
set. I'll sit here and I'll lock them into the top 4.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, so would I.
I
thought 5th. I was skeptical about putting them 5th.
Yeah.
And you put them in 8th. And I forgot your reasoning. We got to look back on that.
Yeah, I don't remember what my reason was, but I do remember you saying 5th, and I was like, bro,
I received
you're making
a
us look
comment
like an
on the
idiot.
first ever tipping video I did for the year saying it was Warriors versus Knights. I'm like, I don't think any of these sides are going to do anything this season, so I sincerely apologise for both those comments because I guess the Knights deserve credit.
Because Knights are...
They were my 2 bottom sides, well, down the bottom 4.
You know what? While we're making public apologies, I'll make an apology as well. Trademark Sports.
Yeah.
I've DM'd him and I've apologised in the DMs, but the other week, not even the other week, literally last week, so before the Knights Storm game, which we're about to talk about, he made a video saying other Knights a chance to make the top 8, and he talked about their run home and where they were on the ladder.
Is this your comment?
Yeah, and I commented. I don't remember what I commented, but it was something along the lines of they're not. I think I said they've left their run too late. Yeah. They're not making.
I saw that comment actually.
Yeah, and then they came out and beat the Storm, and the big point that Tyson, aka Trademark, was making was the odd number could get them into the finals.
And I've said this all year. I'm like, it's going to be a blessing or a curse for them.
Yeah.
They're either going to be like, oh, that draw really helped us, or they're going to be like, oh, if only we won that game.
And so my apologies. I'm sorry for saying that to Knights fans and Trademark because they're a sniff.
Yeah. Speaking of
they're
the
not
Knights,
out yet. Yeah.
Though, let's talk about
what do you think? Do you think they can? Do you think they will?
They were awesome in this game.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They've clicked.
They have at the right time of the
year.
It's
funny because they pumped the Bulldogs 66-0. I think, and then they pumped the Tigers.
But I still have my worries about them though.
Well, they pumped the 2 bottom teams, and everyone was sort of getting high on them, and everyone was like, it's only the bottom teams.
I'm like, I want to see them verse a big side. This
and everyone was like, can they verse a top side? And they've beaten a top side.
I still have worries about them. Like as Christian Wells said, they couldn't beat a Penrith side with no one.
Yeah.
But then they beat the Storm side.
That came back to bite Christian Wells.
But I think I don't know. I don't think they're going to make the 8. Like, I think if they lose, I think there's 2 games they're going to lose.
There's a lot of teams trying to sneak in there.
Yeah, I just don't think they will.
They need results to go their way,
yeah,
I think.
They do.
I think
they got good for and against as well.
Because, as it stands...
But for and against doesn't matter to them.
Let's look at the bottom 4. So, the bottom 4 is Raiders, Sharks, Cowboys, Eels, and then you got Rabbits, Knights, right?
But Rabbits aren't in the conversation about missing it. They're going to...
Rabbits, Eels, and Cowboys will have a bye up their sleeve. And so that would put Knights 3 points behind Eels and Rabbitohs. Go back and look
at my ladder predictor. I did it again.
Yeah? On my ladder predictor, the Knights are in the 8.
Are they?
I don't remember who I've got them beating and stuff, but now that you mention it, on my ladder predictor, the Knights are in the 8.
Hainsey's? He had the Roosters in 6. Oh my God, it'd be a lot to happen.
I think I must have had Eels falling out and maybe Sharks.
I've got Sharks at 8th, Knights in 9th. With 12 wins, 1 draw and 11 losses. Then the Eels in 10th.
Yeah, okay. I think, I had Sharks and Eels falling out.
So, but the thing is, I didn't want to be biased, so I gave Knights the win against South. When they
I think South's beat Knights.
In Newcastle.
Yeah.
I got
Trell
South finishing 6 and Cowboys top 4.
Cowboys top 4.
Yes.
They do have a soft draw.
With 16 wins, 8 losses. Then Storm 5th with 15 wins, 9 losses.
And where are Warriors?
3rd, 17.
Panthers,
7.
Broncos, Wars?
Then,
Broncos,
yes, Panthers, Broncos, Wars. And Panthers and Broncos both 42 points. Then Warriors 40.
Yeah, okay. Storm have a pretty decent run home as well.
They do, but they've had these games where they're expected to win and they don't.
Well, they should have beat the Knights.
Yeah, they
realistically.
And I think they're going to... We'll talk about this in the predictions. But you know how when Craig Bellamy's furious after a loss, they come out the next week.
Do they play Eels?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
At good old Marvel Stadium, the roof. I've always wanted to go there, whether it's for an AFL game or whatever. I really want to go to that ground.
I've seen it. I saw the outside of it. Is like that's my brag for today.
Yeah.
What did you make? Like, obviously, the Knights were really good. They got a massive win. It's boosted their finals chances. They're now a sniff to make the 8. But what did you think of the Storm?
They were poor. Justin Olam's got dropped as well, hasn't he?
Did he?
So, yeah, he's been dropped. I saw it on NRL 360 last night.
Shout out NRL 360.
He's been dropped, and Nelson is out, and I believe someone else is out. I'm trying to work out.
I feel like maybe Olam was injured out.
No, it said Olam dropped.
Because I remember seeing a post saying like a lot of them were injured, like Nelson and that, and Smith. So yeah, their back 5 is Meaney, Warbrick, Marion Seve, Young, Tonamapier, and then Coates. That's not strong.
It's not that good, is it?
But then at the same time, Eels do have Wonga Blake in for Sevo at the moment, so that's not great either. But yeah, I
reckon the home crowd got them home here. Did you hear how electric that crowd was on the TV?
They've got one of the best home ground advantages this year.
Oh yeah,
like in terms of like results.
You could hear that crowd clearly on the TV. Yeah. Just imagine being there.
Oh, well, I'll be there in a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get when South play there around 25. I don't know if I can make it.
It's a road trip.
Yeah, it is.
It's a trek, to be fair. Yeah.
Very impressive wins.
They've been very good at home this year. Warriors, Knights, and Panthers are the 3 top home ground advantages, I reckon, this year. Yeah. Storm are always up there. Broncos have been good at home. Cowboys have a good one.
They do.
Shark, I guess.
South don't. South have a terrible record at home.
I was going to say Bulldogs and South. Like we're 2 of the teams where we're stitched up
because we don't have.
It's Accor.
We have a terrible.
You get 10,000 people at Accor Stadium.
Yeah, terrible record. No, we get about 20,000.
Yeah, we get 20,000, but just for the sake of the conversation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not like.
Which is big, but like for that sort of stadium.
Well, like Penrith get 20,000, but you go to Penrith. And you are scared to play at Penrith. You go to Shark Park, you're scared to play at Shark Park.
You go to Accor where everyone's like 100 metres behind the field.
There's no home ground advantage at Accor, whether you're the South, whether you're
just
Bulldogs.
Like that sort of ground. It's just there.
It's such a stitch up, and it's almost a disadvantage.
It must be cheap for the NRL to play there.
Can you imagine if South had their own stadium that fit 20,000 people? They would pack it out every week.
Exactly. In Redfern as well. Yeah. Or
it would be a home ground event. Like, and Bulldogs, like if we had Belmore Sports Ground playing there every week,
I reckon
it's a home ground advantage.
Redfern like you guys did with Belmore.
Why not?
Do it up and play games there.
Give them something. Like Souths are one of the biggest clubs.
Yeah.
They're not really the oldest club.
We should have Allianz only because it's 10 minutes up the road from Redfern. But because the Roosters are whingers and sooks, they're like, the other side of the freeway's our area.
Yeah.
Not anymore. They don't have a junior league anymore because they sold it to South.
Yeah. They lost the Storm just bought the Bears.
Yeah. But Roosters don't have a junior league because it's South. They sold it to South. And then they whinge about not having juniors.
Yeah. Well, I think Roosters have finally accepted, hey, we don't develop our own juniors anyway. What's the point in having the junior systems? Yeah. We'll just keep poaching everyone
Then they
else's.
go and take them from South anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my stadium rant. We like a stadium rant.
Yeah, we do.
We like ranting about Accor. I don't remember what I was saying. Home ground advantages. Knights have a good home ground advantage. Blah, blah, blah.
And it really got them home this game. But the next game...
Cowboys,
Eels.
Eels.
Good game, this.
Yeah.
It was a very good game.
Yeah, it sort of just went exactly how I expected.
I really wanted the Cowboys to win by 22 points so that South could stay in the 8. But no, they put the foot down in the end, and the Eels
came
got some cheap tries, and I was pretty upset at this point.
Yeah, the scoreboard actually doesn't really reflect the game, does it?
No, Cowboys was very dominant.
Because Eels scored, the 2 late tries.
Best defensive team of the round as well. The Cowboys. Yeah.
Is that that's the least points conceded? Is that what you're saying? What do you mean by best defensive?
They looked like
they just looked good defensively. Yeah, they did leak.
Drinkwater was outstanding.
Well, like if you ignore the 2 tries they leaked late, which was literally just off Gutho being a freak.
Yeah.
Like I hate saying it, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
They let in 6 points before that point. So yeah, what did you just say about Drinkwater?
About Drinkwater?
Yeah.
Oh, he was great in this game
because he's my player of the round.
Mine is Katoni Staggs.
Yeah, that's fair. I nearly went Katoni and then I switched to Scotty Drink. So that
my most disappointing is Tanner Boyd.
I actually want to steal that now. But my most disappointing, we haven't got to it yet, but we'll do it now anyway.
Really, you haven't got to it.
Raymond Fatala-Mariner.
Oh, I thought you were going with South's game.
No, I was not. No, Raymond Fatala-Mariner in the Bulldogs game, he had 3 runs for 30 meters. In the first half, he had no runs. He was playing prop, so I was giving him most disappointing. But back to the game we're talking about, the Cowboys and Eels. Let's talk about their finals hopes and chances. The Cowboys,
I think Cowboys
first.
are playing finals. Well, I've got them, like, based off the ladder predictor, I think they finish top 4.
Yeah.
Crazy after the
Can they
start
win
of
the
year.
comp?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I got to get that. Someone's going to make a ringtone of Gus saying that Cowboys
Yeah.
in the comp. And Gus said he'll make it his ringtone.
Yeah.
As the Bulldogs general manager.
Yeah, he's an
Imagine that.
idiot.
Does that work? Cowboys can win
He's
the
an
comp.
idiot. His ringtone should be "Let's Trot."
Just like Cowboys can win the comp. Imagine that at work.
Yeah.
At the Cowboys can win the comp.
I think the way to judge whether a team's going to win the comp this year is can they beat Penrith?
But
and Cowboys can
I
beat
had them
Penrith.
7th pre-season. I said they'd drop off. Only because last year I found them similar to the Sharks,
Yeah.
where they're flat track bullies. But
Yeah.
they are better this year, now than what they were last year.
They were so bad at the start of the year.
Oh, yeah, they're hopeless.
Like,
but
they even
are
lost to
better.
the Bulldogs.
They are better now than what they were
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, they're good.
They are very good.
They're good.
There's a premiership coming there within the next 5 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Orange Peel is exclusive.
Yeah.
Cowboys
They'll
will win a comp.
They'll win another comp.
What about the Eels?
I don't think they'll win a comp in the next 5 years, but based on that,
What about this
they're
year?
coming 10th. No. I think
So
they're
you
gonna-
think they
I
missed
think
the
they're going to
finals?
miss the finals.
Now this is, as a Bulldogs fan, I like to death ride the Eels a little bit, Zane.
Yeah.
Unbiasedly, I think the Eels are a top 8 side in terms of how good they are. They're good enough to be playing finals footy, but I don't think they're going to play finals footy.
Yeah.
They've got Regan Campbell-Gillard out for the next few weeks still. They've got Sevo out for the next few weeks still. Dylan Browns can come back whenever he's ready, and they haven't put him in yet. But when he comes back in, that's going to disrupt combos a little bit. Obviously, he's a good player and stuff, but there is a lot going on there, like in terms of players out and stuff. They've just actually signed Darcy Lussick,
They have.
which is a good signing in
So
my
does Joey
opinion.
Lussick.
Sorry,
Yeah.
got it mixed up. They signed Joey Lussick, the brother of Darcy. They signed Joey Lussick, which I think is a good signing. If you remember back to 2021, I don't know if you can remember back that far back. There was a game where the Eels had a shocker and Reid Marnie had a shocker and got injured.
Yeah, was
And-
it against Manly?
Yeah, it might have been
54-10.
Yeah, it might actually. I think it might have been.
Yeah.
And after, because Reid Marnie got hurt, Joey Lussick ended up coming in as hooker, and he killed it. And they were at the bottom of the 8. They were basically where they are now.
Yeah.
And Joey Lussick came in and just ripped and teared for the Eels. And it might be too far to say he carried them to the finals, but he played a role in getting them into the top 8.
Yeah. And that was the year they should have gone. They should have beat the Panthers.
yeah.
In that.
That was the year where they should have gone on with it, and yeah, they got robbed
Yeah.
against.
And that was a very good
The
game
Panthers.
as well.
Yeah.
Barney played in that game though, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he came back. Yeah.
He came back for that game, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think, look, I did this. I said robbed like that. I think they sort of were robbed.
They were
There was a
robbed,
couple of
right.
dodgy calls. As a Bulldogs fan, I don't want to admit it. But yeah, they went on a run, got into the 8, and then lost to Panthers and should have beat them
Yeah.
and should have gone on with it. But yeah, point being, Joey Lussick, good signing, but also can he do the exact same thing?
Yeah, I don't know. He's been out of the game for a year.
Yeah.
Now, so.
He's named on the bench this week, I think.
Oh, he has been.
Let me check.
they've
Let
named
me
him
make sure.
already.
I'm pretty sure they've got Hands at hooker, who I'm loving Hands at the moment. He's a good
I throw him
player.
in my fantasy side for this week. Then I'm trading him back out for Wade Egan. I've got heaps of trades left. So I had Wade Egan, traded him out this week for.
Have you
Hands.
traded in Cleary?
No, I'm
Get Cleary in.
Still got Hines, who we'll get to soon.
I'd almost, yeah. If you've got trades up your sleeve, you've got to get.
I got 17 left.
Yeah, so
I
Lussick,
don't care what I need.
Lussick is on the bench, but he's named in the 16 with Luca Moretti at 14. So that's almost as if he's been named as a
I did
forward.
bring back in and vice captain last week.
Who?
Guess.
The Ock.
No.
No, I don't know
Trell.
who. Trell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I brought him back in last week, vice captained him. Then I completely forgot about my fantasy. Then I go to do it. I'm like, whatever. He's playing. Whatever. It was Thursday night, and they'd locked all the games.
as someone who is not even in the top 20,000 in fantasy zone, let me give you some advice. If a player's coming back from injury,
Let me tell you where I'm
don't
ranked.
bring him in week 1. You got to bring him in the second week because the break even's way too high when they first come in. You let them have their game, and they'll drop down a little bit in price, and then you grab them. That's what I
Let
did
me
with
tell you
Cleary.
where I'm ranked. Is it by states?
No, just if you go, show me.
In the state, I'm 18,000.
No, go to, show me the page and then the top right. No, don't tap anything. Just the number, the top right one.
Oh, yeah. 63,000.
There you go. I'm right outside the top 20, so I'm way better than you.
Yeah.
Just
I
quietly.
like my side, though. I don't know what's
Where are
going
you coming
on.
in the Hot Dog Championship?
Oh,
Shout out to the Hot Dog
I
Championship.
really
I
like
haven't
my
forgotten
fantasy
about that.
side. After every week I look at it, I'm like, this has been a good week. Good scores. Then I'm like, oh.
My fantasy side is actually
But I can't stand when I'm in Hot Dog Championship, I'm 161st.
I'm like in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
See, what I don't find confusing with fantasy, I look at like some of the best players and I see they have Cleary and Hines and Walsh and all these players. I'm like, how on earth can they get them all?
So
do they have the perfect amount of budget to like get
so what you do is you buy a bunch of cheap players, not necessarily cheap, but like cash cows is what they're called.
Yeah.
So you get players that are going to jump up in value, and then you sell them. So you're
that's
like,
what I did as well.
yeah, you got to go hard on it. That's what I did at the start of the year. I had a lot of my team just like making money, and then you just want to make sure you're always making money as well as scoring points.
But like I look at these sites, I'm like, how on earth have they managed to do
there's
it?
some I'm talking as if I'm winning it.
Cleary, Hines, Fafita, Walsh.
It's all just like,
like
there's people that like spend a lot of time on it as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking as if I'm an expert. I don't pay that much attention to it. I'm outside the top 20,000. But yeah, like I'm just talking on what I know you're meant to do. And there's people that like commit a lot of time going through the numbers, crunching the numbers, finding out, the best players to bring in and all that. It's hectic.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what you're meant to do. Yeah.
Sometimes he talks about, I'm like, what is he talking about?
Because he doesn't have a footy team. He follows Supercoach.
Yeah.
He follows whoever's in his draft team for Supercoach.
Yeah, like Hopgood, for example.
Yeah, like Hopgood. Yeah. He had Cleary and stuff. So he's like high on the Panthers. But yeah, that's our fantasy segment for the month.
But what's the next game? It's Sunday. It's the first Sunday game. Is this the Dogs game?
I just also wanted to say, sorry, before we move on, I'm not trying to avoid the Bulldogs game. I don't remember if I said this or not. So I just wanted to say the Eels run home. In terms of, we got very off track. So I was talking about Darcy Lussick. Can he get him into the finals and whatever? Their run home, the Eels, is so rough.
It is,
and
hard.
That's the reason I don't see them making the 8.
That's how I had them missing the 8 as well. But they can beat the top side.
That's the thing. I think Eels are capable of beating Panthers, and I think they're a good team. They're a top 8 team, but because of their run home and because of the players out, I don't think they make the 8. Sorry, Eels fans.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I might have already said that. So sorry if you've just listened to me say that twice. But yes, Panthers, Bulldogs.
About it.
I'm so sorry, Eels fans. Damn, you're gonna miss the finals. I'm so sad. Anyway,
what a shame. Same with the Roosters. What a shame.
Panthers, Bulldogs. All right. Anyway,
expected.
On to the next Sharks, Manly. No, yeah.
I expected this. I literally said Panthers would score 44.
I expected way worse.
Did you?
After the team list the Bulldogs rolled out.
Oh yeah.
I expected this to go way worse. Oh. So
tell me the back rowers in this game.
Let's start at this. We'll get to the back rowers.
Your favourite man, Hayes Perham.
Hayes Perham comes in at fullback. Why? Because they moved Reid Marnie.
I know there's some people out there who reckon Hayes Perham is the overall worst player in the league.
Hard to argue against.
And there's people who are tossing up saying it's between Perham and Phoenix Crossland, but I don't think
Crossland's been good this year.
But apparently overall he's the worst player in the league.
There'd be worse players than Perham because there'd be players that have played like one game.
Yeah, no, but like
in terms of like a starting player.
He's the overall worst player.
It's hard to argue against, isn't it?
I mean, there's a bloke name who's just left South and gone to the Dogs, so I'm not going to name who I think is the overall worst player.
You know what? Well, let's come back to that. Let's talk about the team list. So Reid Marnie moves from hooker to the bench.
Then playing lock.
And then came on playing lock. He played like 30 minutes at lock. That is the dumbest thing ever. And they've said that it was because he was injured. So originally they said he was crook, which implied that he was sick because players like Jacob Preston were out. They said the flu swept through the team and then Reid Marnie was crook and came off the bench. It then came out that he wasn't sick. Apparently he was injured. So they changed their minds, essentially. I don't know what the real story is. But either way, don't play him. Yeah. Or play him off the bench and put him into hooker, a position he's familiar with, because he's a hooker.
Who played hooker for you? It was Flanagan.
Flanagan played 80. He did all right.
And who was your halfback?
Averillo.
Okay, yeah. Averillo.
Killed it at halfback. Yeah. But the thing is, Reid Marnie,
isn't he?
He plays hooker, and so he knows how to manage his workload. Where if you're putting him in at lock, he had blokes like James Fisher-Harris running at him.
I know.
Like, how's that helping him? Like, whether he's sick or injured, either way, that's just stupid. Not the game to play him at
lock, is it?
There is never a game to play him at lock. Don't ever play him at lock. He's a marquee. He's our marquee signing. He's a hooker. And we're playing him off the bench at lock. I get that he's sick or injured or whatever, but it's still dumb.
When South played Cook at fullback. It reminds me of those days.
Like either play him at hooker, have him come on at hooker if you want, whatever, I can live with that. But do not have him off the bench into lock. Don't do that.
You're very passionate about this, aren't you?
It's
Very
stupid.
passionate about this speech.
If they're saying he's injured, the injury could have got 10 times worse with James Fisher-Harris running at him.
And Leota.
Yeah, that's just so stupid. And then you got Perham,
Perham, did he have a good game, you reckon?
Come back to Perham in a sec. So the spine reshuffles. Flanagan goes from halfback to hooker. Avrilla goes from fullback to halfback, and then Perham in at fullback. Perham had one of his better games in terms of this season. He did his job.
He needed that. He needed to be dropped.
He wasn't sensational. He wasn't. I don't even know if I'd go as far as saying he was good. He did his job.
Game against the Storm, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a good game against Storm ages ago. Yeah, against the first couple of rounds, he was good, but this game he was just like he just did his job. Like he made no errors, and at this stage, that makes me happy. Like literally, he catches a bomb, and I'm
managed
like,
to score 18 points against Penrith. That is impressive.
You probably saw the stat I put out. It's the second most anyone scored against Panthers this year. South being the most.
Yeah.
And then you asked who the second rowers were. So they put
It was Ockenbaugh and
Tavita.
Or was it Ock? Was it Ock or Ockenbaugh?
It was Ockenbaugh.
That played? So Ockenbaugh played.
Apparently, so he was sick as well. He ended up playing like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was just a
Ockenbaugh
waste.
played, not Ock.
They dropped my man Jackson Torpenay and put in Jaden Ockenbaugh, who was sick, and he played 30 minutes the second row when they literally could have had Jackson Torpenay play 80. And then they played Tavita Pangai Jr., who is a prop, who is a bench prop. He's like a 30-minute prop at second row. They played Raymond Fatala-Mariner, who's a second row, maybe a lock at prop. As I said, most disappointing, got 3 runs for 30 metres the whole game. And then they had like Alamotti come in. Obviously, that was already like announced during the week because of injuries and stuff. It wasn't a good team. It wasn't a good team. They did very well to only concede 44.
I think Penrith were feeling generous.
Yeah.
Because, Critter thinks like, I'm going there next year. I don't want to blow their confidence. Luai's the same. He's going there in a couple of years.
Yeah, apparently, reportedly. I think Panthers would have been disappointed in their performance.
Yeah.
I think they would have had 1 goal going into the game, and that would have been to keep us to 0.
Yeah, and they didn't do that.
They didn't do that. I think Ivan Cleary would have been ropeable in the sheds. He would have been so mad. Like they should have kept us to 0. And even half time, he would have been mad. We won the last 45 minutes 18-16.
Yeah, I know.
Against the Panthers with that lineup. I'm surprised he hasn't dropped some key players, honestly.
Cleary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's shocking from the Panthers.
It is.
That is shocking.
They took the foot off the pedal.
The first half, they were good, though. Yeah.
But the next game, did we expect this? Like, I had a sniff of a Manly win. I think someone tipped Manly. I think it might have been Hainsey.
Maybe.
I think Hainsey might.
If he did, maybe we should get him on more often. Let me have a look. But yeah, I didn't expect it.
24-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Sharks were terrible.
I couldn't believe
that
it.
Left side was just terrible defense. Weren't even touching the players.
And the ironic thing is they made changes to try and fix their defense. Like they dropped...
It was worse.
They dropped Moylan, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Talakai moved onto the bench and it got worse.
It was worse. And that was terrible. They came that last 15 minutes, though. They were very good.
Yeah.
But the Sharks, I'm getting worried about them. We talked about their tough run home.
They had a good second half,
We talked about their tough run home, and this was one of the games we said they should win, and they haven't won it.
Yeah.
Oh.
As I said, like...
Even Buzz wasn't happy with this game.
He's a Sharks fan. On my ladder predictor, I had Knights falling out. Sharks falling out and Knights going in.
I think Sharks
Like, that's where it's at the moment.
I really think Sharks could fall out.
They haven't beaten a top 8 team, and now they've lost to a bottom 8 team.
Yeah, and a team that could potentially push for the 8 as well. Yeah. But Nico Hines, and going off at the referee, he's been cleared.
Yeah, what happened there? I didn't see that because I was driving home from the footy.
He threw, it was a forward pass, and there was a touch judge that caught it. And then he went and said a few things to the touch judge. We don't know what he said, but it wasn't as bad as Reece Walsh. And then the ref calls him over to talk to him. He starts like going off at him as well, but he's been cleared.
Yeah, right.
And why has Nico Hines been cleared for that? It's because he's Nico Hines. And
I was about to say,
a beautiful man, and he's a great role model.
I was literally about to say, it's because he's a good person and a hot boy.
And I've said this before, what if Ria Hargrave's done that?
Yeah. That's like
completely different. And,
the
newspapers would be furious. Like, Hargrave should be suspended. And it was a female touch judge as well.
The newspapers made sure to point that fact out.
What?
That it was a female touch judge.
Yeah, I know. But like, Taylor said it doesn't matter if it was a female.
It doesn't.
But he only got off because he's Nico Hines.
Yeah. No,
Any
he's
other
hot
player would have been gone.
He's a good person.
Gone. Andrew Fafita, gone. He done that. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would have been Sidbin.
Oh.
But also, Nick Hines is a good person. So
exactly.
I like it. I like Nick Hines. He deserves it. He's a good person.
Now he gets to play against South in a few weeks. Great.
He's a good person and he's hot.
Well.
Yeah, he's been a bit out of form. I think he's been out of form since he got screwed over in Origin. It happens every year. Brad Fittler picks a couple of players to screw over.
Yeah, done
he
it to
screws
Walker,
them over.
he's done it to Hines. Who else hasn't done it to?
Talakai.
Yeah. Well, Talakai had one good game in his entire career. Got selected, so.
Yeah, he does it a lot. Shout out to Nico Hines. Shout out to Brad Fittler. Manly, can they make the 8? Can they win the comp? What's doing?
They could possibly make the 8, but if they do, they won't do much.
What's their run home? Let's have a look. I haven't really analysed their run home.
They got like a hard game here and there, but
they're another team that has like a strong home game.
They're like the Knights. If things go their way, they can make it. But
Dragons winnable, Roosters winnable.
No, I wouldn't say winnable.
You don't reckon?
They have a terrible record at Wollongong.
Do they?
They haven't won there since 2003.
What?
Manly. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. See, I didn't know that. This is why
I reckon they should win though.
But like that's it. You can't ignore that stat.
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring that. We're about to do our predictions, and that's now I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
You'll be in your doggies jersey at this game too.
For 40 minutes. For the
first half.
When the whistle blows, I'll put it on. Then when the siren goes for half time, it's off.
Yeah, bet.
Off.
And then Dragons, Roosters, Panthers, Warriors in New Zealand, Bulldogs, who will be in top form. And that'll be our last home game as well. That's the last game I'm going to this year. And then Tigers. So I don't think they're making the 8.
Yeah, nah.
Obviously,
they'll be where they are 10th, and I think that's where I had them pre-season.
They should be
11th, 10th.
They might have ended up just 1 point outside because realistically they should beat Bulldogs and Tigers to finish the season, and then Dragons and Roosters are both winnable.
Yeah, and that'll mean I think
so. That's 8 points.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what
they've had all their buys.
It's normally around 12 wins, 12 losses.
So that'll put them
and they got the draw. So
that'll put them at 12 wins and 1 draw, and it'll put them at 31 points.
They could come 9th or so.
I mean that'll get them
They'd
close.
Be good value to back for the premiership. They're paying $301.
That'd almost be worth. Actually, you know what?
They're paying $301, so that'd be good value to put money.
Like, because if they
small amount, if they did.
Well, like you jump on that, and then they win the next 2 weeks. That'll shorten in.
Did you see him say Tom Trbojevic will be back for week 2 of the finals?
Yeah, that's like, bruh. I think even if they got to that far, there's no point bringing him back.
Yeah. Remember I think it's 2020 when they weren't a chance for finals, and they brought him back with like 2 weeks of the season left, and then he got injured again.
Yeah. Oh, shit! And
that was the Jake Trbojevic interview one.
Yeah,
he was very passionate in his interview after the game.
I love Jake Trbojevic. Yeah. He's a good bloke.
He seems very emotional, but he's not very during his interviews.
Yeah,
he's just very passionate.
But he's very emotional and very nice.
Yeah,
is the way to describe him.
Well, yeah, that's all the games for the week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we got through it eventually. Yeah. Wait, sorry. Before we move on, the Sharks. What do we rate them in terms of making the 8, winning the comp?
Wait and see.
I don't know. I think if they make it, they probably come in at 8.
That'll be a very disappointing season if they miss the 8.
I think it's out of. I'm locking in Cowboys and I'm locking in Souths.
Yes.
And so
they're both making it.
To get the other spot, it's out of Sharks, Eels, and Knights. And Manly, I guess. Throw Manly in the mix.
I agree.
Yeah, sick. There we go. We agreed on something. It took us. No, we agree sometimes. Let's go on to predictions. Shall we?
I thought we were doing Dally M prediction.
Oh, thank you very much.
Got to remind him. He's got the laptop in front of him, and I remembered.
Yeah, there you go. That's how smart Zane is, ladies and gentlemen. Dally M predictions.
So, Dally M, do we start with?
All right.
Say it. 3, 2, 1. Sean
Johnson, yeah. Shawnee Johnson. He's going to win the Dally M.
Yeah, it'll be so good. And they might be boycotting the Dally M, which I, God forbid, hope they don't do.
Yeah.
Because it'll be so good seeing SJ win.
Yeah, if you're ever going to boycott it, don't do it when Sean Johnson's going to win the damn thing. You said you got a top 5. Who's your top 5?
Second, Payne Haas.
Agreed.
You agree?
Agree, yeah.
Third,
I haven't thought that. Oh, that's smoky.
He's always up there.
Yeah, he is. He literally is.
Fourth,
yeah.
Cody Walker.
I mean, yeah, I saw Clarkie's list. He's been doing 3-2-1 all year. He had Cody Walker quite high on his 3-2-1.
Yes,
because Trell's been out. So fair enough.
Yeah, so he
based on the system.
Yeah, but Souths haven't been winning either.
Yeah,
so he wouldn't have.
I think Edwards will be up there. Obviously, Scotty Drinkwater would be up there, but he got suspended.
There's a good one we've forgotten.
Who?
My 5th place, Harry Grant.
Yeah, that's a fair shout.
Yeah, that's my top 5.
I think
Nico Hines will be in the hunt. Mitch Moses will be in the hunt and Edwards.
Gutho
well.
and Moses for Eels.
Yeah.
I think Edwards
Adam
and
Reynolds could be up there.
Yeah,
as well.
Reynolds and Walsh.
I hope he
How
doesn't.
long did Walsh get suspended for?
Yeah, but I think he's ineligible, isn't he?
That's what I mean. Like I think he's can't get it because that's
So
like
that's why
Drinkwater.
I would have had him in the top 5, but I just didn't include him. And Drinkwater as well. They both have been
can't
suspended.
get it.
So
Because like Cleary can't
I
get
don't
it. He's
want
been
Adam
out
Reynolds
too
to
long.
get it though.
Adam Reynolds. I hope he gets. No, Sean Johnson.
I'll be
surely.
so bitter if he does.
What about rookie of the year? I think it's a 2-horse race.
Yeah,
Buller and Preston.
Buller.
Is that what you think?
I reckon Buller.
Do you reckon Preston's a sniff though?
Sniff,
Like, do you think that it's a 2-horse race?
I
Is
just
there
feel like
anyone
the
else?
fullback's going to get more points than
Yeah, that's
back
what
rower.
I think. Buller will get it as well. I think the thing that
And he
bodes well for
deserves it, I
Preston
think.
is that in the last month or two, when the Bulldogs have been really bad, Preston's literally been
been
our
the star.
only good player.
Yeah, the star.
And he's played more games than Buller.
Buller
but
has, yeah. I just
but it
think,
always goes to
I
spine
reckon it's going to
players.
be really tight though, that race.
I think Buller gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but
obviously Katoa's up there, but he's been out every once in a while.
he might get it just because of politically. They might just give it to him. Who is there any other rookies you can think of that would be in the mix?
Warbrick, actually no, Winger won't get it.
He obviously winning a bit. Like he's been good
Same
though.
sort of thing though.
Yeah. I feel like it's not
Warriors
that.
would have someone.
Brendan Hands, he's been
I
alright.
don't think he'll get it.
But he's been alright though.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, there's not like do you know what I mean? There's not really many in it. Like there's lots of rookies, but nobody like Buller and Preston are a level
Maybe
above
Alamotti.
everyone. He like at the start of the year he would have been up there for like favourite as well.
Yeah.
That's the
I think
sad
he
thing.
was as well.
He would have been like top 3
He
favourite.
was.
It would have been him and Katoa.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew who Preston was. There was a journalist. I don't remember.
There was
who,
one game where Preston showed who he was. I think it was the Storm game.
Yeah,
Everyone noticed.
Yeah, he scored
him.
yeah. There was a journalist in between trials and the season time. It might have even been before trials. Came out and rated like the top 20 or top 30 rookies.
And Preston
wasn't in it. And that Preston Mania.
Yeah.
That's how it started. So there's a dude called Andrew Macker on Twitter, and so the journalist tweeted that article, and then this Andrew Macker bloke was like, "You will live to regret the day you left Preston out of it." # Preston Mania, and that's where it started.
Yeah.
That's where it took off, and then he became like a cult hero in the Bulldogs Twitter, and then
But the
then
thing
he was
is,
good.
I don't think either of those players deserve to get it, seeing as both their teams are just right down the bottom. I'm like, seriously. But
Imagine if Buller was in a good team.
yeah, imagine Preston was in a good team. Which I think, I think the Dogs in 5 years.
Preston's. You want a hot take? You want a hot tip? Jacob Preston is going to get second rower of the year.
Nah.
Who because the 2 of them get it.
You forgot about Michael Cheekham. How dare you?
You know who we forgot to talk about? Well, I can't even be bothered to talk about him now though. But Liam Knight to the Bulldogs. We just brushed. We said we're going to come back to it.
There's no point in talking about that.
Yeah,
though.
I don't
how
want to.
He's played 10 games in the last 3 years.
Yeah. What do you think? You're a South fan. Good signing or nah?
Yeah, good for you guys. I'm happy with it.
I as a Bulldogs fan, I think it's like. I don't think it's a good signing. I can understand why they've done it. We need experienced forwards, but like
Experienced forwards though.
and I understand there's not that many on the market, but like, I think you're better off just picking someone within. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You have plenty of forwards. I'm just trying to find.
And then we're linked to
something
Takiaho. Apparently, based on what Gus said on the podcast this morning, 6 tackles with Gus, I think we're signing Takiaho.
here. I know.
That one's not the word. Like that's all right. That makes sense. I think so it's reported that it's 500K 2 years.
Okay, I'm looking at. Yeah, sorry.
No, yeah,
I was
you're
looking
right.
at the Dally M's a bit more.
We'll come
but
back. Yeah,
you're
we'll
right.
come back
You're
to the
right
Dally M.
about Preston.
Yeah.
I think,
We'll come back to
Yeah.
that. I'm getting sidetracked, but I feel like there's Bulldog fans that
we've
watch
got
the
to do team of
podcast.
the year. We got to do it in here.
We'll do it eventually.
Yeah.
We'll do it
I think
not this
Fafita's
week.
going to be one of them. Dave
But
Fafita.
yeah, back to
Brendan Nakora.
Back to the Bulldog signings quickly. Takiaho, we're reported. Well, as I said, I think we're signing him. That's not the worst signing. I feel like 500K a year is a bit much.
Yeah.
Because he's turning
Well,
32
Liam Knight's
in
on that at
January. Yeah, I wonder how much we got him for.
Not
I don't
that
know.
much. Wouldn't have been 500.
But like he's an experienced premiership winning forward, so like it's not the worst signing. I've got mixed feelings about it. I want to see how he goes playing because apparently he hasn't played that many games in Super League, so I'm more keen to see how he goes. But I'm more optimistic about that.
When
than
did he
Liam
last
Knight.
play? Was it 2019? Did he leave or?
20. I think last season he was playing for Roosters.
Oh,
Yeah,
was he?
he only went to Super League this year. That's why I'm like, it's not that bad.
Okay.
To be honest, it's all right. But I want to see how he goes because like a year's a long time. Super League is 32, which is old for a prop 2-year deal.
He's been around for
500K I feel is too much.
Yeah, I reckon 350.
He was on 625 at the Roosters. And then they let him go. Yeah, I think 400 max.
Yeah.
But we do need an experienced forward, so like whatever. And then right before we started the podcast, Taff and Salmon were
the dog. We got a dog heading to the
Hooper
Dogs.
came out and said they have signed. What do you think of Taff? Because you're like as a Bunnies fan.
Sad to see him go, but he wants his opportunity. But is he going to get it at the Dogs?
My take on Taff is why the hell didn't we just keep Averillo?
Yeah.
They're identical players.
Send Taff to the Dolphins.
Yeah, right.
But
they're basically the same player, but Averillo, they're the same age, but Averillo has more experience and, in my opinion, is better.
Yeah, but what a fitting signing James Salmon is. The wheat-gutted dog heading to the Dogs.
The wheat-gutted Bulldog. Let's try.
Couldn't have been any better than that.
Yeah, that's
better club.
What do you think? And what do you?
I like Salmon, but
you
see, I feel like he's going to be a system player.
Yeah,
like he thrives under like the Panthers.
Yeah,
I feel like he might just like be that depth player who comes in and just.
He doesn't have a role. Like he doesn't have a position.
Yeah, he can
at
play
Panthers.
lock. He can play wing center.
He's very
halves,
utility. Like he's played center. I think he came in as a half. Slash hooker.
I don't know.
And then has transitioned to like back row center. I don't see where he plays.
He'll come in like, similar to what Ockenball does and just like
I guess.
go on wherever
it's
they need
like
him.
Depth wise.
Because I feel like Ockenball is leaving.
Yeah, I think based off these signings, I think Ockenball will leave.
What do you reckon?
To Souths. No, I
have this dreaded feeling he's coming.
I've said for ages, I can see him going to Storm and being transformed into a beast.
Oh yeah. Or maybe go Gold Coast, follow Jamal Idris' footsteps.
As long as whoever signs him as a second rower, he can be good. Don't sign him as a winger.
I just feel I just have this feeling Souths are going to pick him up for a really cheap deal, and I'm just ready to see it out of nowhere. Jaden Ockenball, South Sydney. I'm like,
enjoy him
because we're clearing out for Jack Whiten, and we're going to have leftover money for him.
Yeah,
like Hame Saleh's off. And we've lost Liam Knight and we've lost Taff.
Liam
Knight, who was on 500K a year.
Was Taff off contract?
Yes.
Okay, because Knight you'll be paying some of his salary.
Yeah.
But not heaps, but...
Yeah,
because he wasn't off contract,
Too much for him playing New South Wales Cup. It's like Greg Eastwood years ago when he was like 800K just New South Wales Cup.
Oh, well, at least we get to enjoy him
Greg
now.
Inglis as Ray Warren caught him.
Yeah. Greg Inglis. That's classic, hey? That's a classic
Intercepted by Greg Inglis.
Back to Dally M chat. Coach of the year.
Webby.
It's got to be.
Why'd I say it like in Kiwi then? Webby.
Why'd you say him as if you know him personally?
Andrew Webster.
Webby. No, Andrew Webster will get it. Surely.
Who has actually been a head coach before.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. He was interim coach at the Tigers when Taylor was sacked.
Who else do you think is in the mix? I think Bennett.
Serrato. No, what am I saying? Why did I say Serrato? I was thinking
coach of the year.
I was thinking Penrith, Cleary. Cleary. I was thinking Penrith.
Yeah,
Cleary could be a good shout. Walters.
No, he's a bad coach. Remember? That's what Cobbo said.
No, he's not.
I think Bennett.
So Reynolds.
Cleary,
sorry.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think Webster has to get it.
Yeah, who else could be in the running? O'Brien. I reckon if Knights make the out, O'Brien maybe, but no.
You can argue Payton.
Todd Payton could get it.
He got it last year, and the argument is, but he took
Demetrio
Cowboys from 12th to
Demetrio won't get it.
Third last year.
Demetrio won't get it. I reckon because Dally M's are normally grand final week.
Yep.
So if
it
South's
could depend on where they are.
I don't think so. Though I think Webster will get it.
That's like if Warriors dip out week one. Probably doesn't
maybe
get
not.
it.
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, I think it's out of Bennett or Webster.
Yeah,
I'm not even leaning towards Webster. I think Webster.
I would agree.
Captain of the year.
Could say SJ again, but I'm going to go Adam Reynolds.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
I'm the
same
coach
now.
Yeah.
Apparently he is the coach.
I was going to say it's got to be SJ surely, but Reynolds is a fair shout as well. And then other options, you reckon Yo maybe?
Captain.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't think this year.
I
think
usually whoever's top. Who captains Dolphins? Jesse. Bromwich.
Yeah.
He'd almost be a sniff. Just because
inaugural
year.
Not anymore.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, they have.
If the NRL wanted to show their love to the Dolphins, they'd do that. But
that's what I mean, though. There is politics involved. There's a world where they do it.
It was like last year when the Roosters only snuck into the 8 and Robinson was a like a nominee for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I remember Hectic Fred made a really funny video about it.
Shout out Hectic Fred.
Yeah, he was like, this guy, his team only just made the 8. Yeah. And that's like Ivan Cleary. He's like, he didn't even coach half the year. There was another one. Oh, no, Craig Fitzgibbons. And he's like, he didn't even say his name right, so he can't win it.
Do you remember the year, I think it was 21 maybe. Yeah, I think it was 21 where Olam got snubbed for Centre of the Year, like didn't even get nominated.
I think
and
so.
everyone blew up, and then they added him in and said it was a system error, then gave him Centre of the Year.
Oh,
do you remember that? Yeah, so like they announced the nominees, and Olam wasn't there.
And then afterwards,
and everyone blew up, like internet blew up saying like Olam, like he was.
So who won it originally at the ceremony?
No, so he ended up winning it.
At the ceremony,
Yeah,
but
so,
he wasn't a nominee.
So he didn't get nominated. Everyone blew up because he was like really good that year.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, how is, like, he should be winning it. How is he not even nominated? The NRL came out and said, oh, it was a system error. Put him in and then he won it.
Yeah, I remember that Dalium ceremony was so disorganized. I remember the whole O'Shea Ole in that.
That was the Queensland one. And that was when
O'Shea Ole.
That was when Brandon Smith won like Lock or Hooker of the Year.
And
or whatever.
it was like a week after, like a few days after the whole cocaine thing.
No, it was the cocaine thing broke during it.
Yeah, that day.
Yeah, it broke and so they were like all depressed during the ceremony because they knew like
it was like an O'Shea Ole. I forget
the O'Shea Ole.
There was a lot going on.
That was you had like the To'o and like Lua like photo bombing the interviews and stuff. Remember that?
Oh,
that was very disorganized.
Yeah.
That was very disorganized. And then top try scorer.
I'm backing my boy AJ 4 in
Yeah?
a row. Yeah,
I think Dom Young.
You look at all
He's
these.
leading at the moment.
He's the best choice, but you look at the South running. I'm hoping AJ just scores hat tricks in all those games. And I think there's a possibility.
Yeah, fair.
I'm going to be biased and back
he?
Alex Johnson. Oh, he's at 7. So maybe 6 behind. He scored 1.
Because like Sivo was at the top at something, but he's out now.
Yeah.
So
Dom Young.
I think Dom Young.
Ronaldo could get it.
Yeah.
Cam Pereira, maybe.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah. I'm being biased and saying AJ.
Did you watch any of the NRLW? Not really. I was gonna say
I tried to get into it, but not yet.
Obviously, it's been 1 week, so this is hard to do anyway. But what do you reckon? Who wins like their equivalent of the Dally M? I think it's still called the Dally M.
Let's go Millie Boyle.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. The Roosters fullback was good. It's as I said, it's too early to predict that anyway. But I just felt we shouldn't leave them out.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Just for the sake, I'm going to go the Roosters for it. She was very good on the weekend.
How about
I forget her name. I feel bad.
Our predictions for this round.
Let's get into some predictions.
First
game. Now, shout out to Picklebet. We love to give a shout out to Picklebet. If you don't have a bet, do it with Picklebet, but do it responsibly. Gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. Set a deposit limit, but please, we beg you, bet with Picklebet. Get on our multis. This week, I've actually included the odds for each game, just to make it a bit more entertaining. So Broncos are paying $1.36. The Roosters are $3.10.
And they think they're a chance in this game, the Roosters.
I
don't. Yeah.
Hainsey was confident when he was on last week.
I don't think they win. I think Broncos win like 14 maybe.
So 13 plus just.
Yeah. I want Walsh to score against the Roosters.
Yeah.
I want him to.
Why?
I hope he does because I just want him to.
Because it's Teddy?
Not even that, just because I reckon it'll be so good seeing him score against the
Fair
Roosters.
enough. I'm going Broncos 13 plus. I'm going Cobbo anytime.
Good choice.
I think they get it done. Now, these odds are hectic.
Yeah.
So Tigers South. Tigers are $8.80 and Souths are $1.06.
And Trell Mitt is back.
And Trell is back.
I'm going South by 13 plus by about 28.
They would beat them 20-0.
How much do you reckon this would be paying? This try to score an odd. A Trell Mitchell anytime try scorer. Then he gets up and does a backflip.
You reckon Trell to do a backflip?
Oh,
I'm going to say this right now. I don't think he's capable of doing a backflip. Latrell Mitchell, I know you watch this podcast. You are not capable of doing a backflip. Prove me wrong.
I'm going to do it. Trell Mitchell anytime try scorer and he gets up and does a backflip.
He's not.
How good will that be?
Picklebet, give us a market. Trell Mitt backflip in Try July. I think it's the last week of Try July. And that's
I thought it ended last week.
No, it's still July.
Okay, yeah.
It's still July.
Anytime try scorer and he does a backflip. Yeah, gets up and does. How funny would that be?
That'd be hilarious because I think he'd ace himself because he can't. Imagine he does a backflip, leans on his like. I don't want to say his neck. Well, let's look at, but like injures himself and he's out for the season.
I just want to see him do a backflip. How funny would that be? Though?
I don't think.
Trell Mitt do a backflip after a try.
I'm going South 13 plus. I'm going AJ safe option. He's going to get the top try scorer according to you.
Yeah.
Storm Eels. Storm paying $1.42. Eels $2.80. This will be a cracker.
Storm win, and I'll go Coates to score.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Coates?
Yeah,
There
Coates.
is... Wait, sorry. Margin?
1-12. I reckon Eels will be in the fight.
Yeah, I think this is must win for the Eels.
Yeah.
Must win maybe a bit of a stretch, but
Yeah, must
they
win.
need to win some games of footy.
It's must win.
This is probably one of the more winnable ones for them. I feel like they can get it done in Melbourne sometimes.
They
have
can,
a decent
and they can
record
beat. They
down
have a
there.
good record against Melbourne in general.
Yeah. I'm going to go Storm 1-12 as well, though. And I'm going to go money. I always like
I was going to
landing
go
on money. There you go. So that's an omen for me then.
You're allowed to call him money, like you know him. Like when I called.
Yeah, you call Levy. Sorry, Cameron Munster. Raiders and Knights. This one that would surprise me here.
Game.
In Canberra, Raiders $1.61.
This is must win for
and
the
Knights.
Knights. If Knights win this
2.27.
game, I reckon they make finals.
I'll give you a hot tip. If you're watching this and obviously
I'm going to go Raiders 1-12.
Yeah?
Really close.
Raiders 1-12.
I'm going to go Timoko.
He's been killing
Yeah,
it.
he
He's
has
so
been.
underrated. I'm going to get short ball the viewers. You know what? I'll make it my multi of the week to back this up. Knights at 2.27. That's value.
Yeah.
Over $2. The Knights were in red hot form. I know it's in Canberra, but if you're watching this, get on Picklebet and get on the Knights at 2.27. That's double your money. Do it responsibly. 18 plus only.
No, I'm just not laughing at that. I'm laughing about thinking about Latrell doing a backflip. Just how funny would that be?
I was thinking of why is Zane finding this funny?
I'm just visualizing.
am I missing
I'm
something?
just visualizing it happening in my head. I just can't imagine him just doing one.
It would be really funny. You're not wrong. Because that's what I mean. I don't think he can. I can't picture him doing one.
Neither can I.
It looks so goofy. Because he's a big boy.
I know,
He's a big
just-
body.
it'd be so funny to see.
It really would be quite funny. I do see what you're
Come on,
saying.
Latrell. If you see this, please try and do a backflip.
You got to clip this
Please,
up
yeah.
and tag him.
Yeah, please. It's my multi of the week. Make a bet on it, pickle bet.
Your multi of the week. It's Latrell Mitchell to do a backflip.
South 13 plus. Latrell anytime tries through and he gets up and does a backflip as his
Screw
celebration.
Latrell Mitchell anytime. Just Latrell backflip. South 13 plus Latrell
Perfect.
backflip.
Yeah,
multi of the week.
perfect.
Pickle bet. Make it a mark. Knights. I'm going Knights. I'm going to go 1-12. And as a try scorer, give me... You know what? You said he's the worst player in the comp earlier.
I didn't say that. I've heard other people saying he's the worst.
Oh, this
I don't. I
podcast
think
is
he's
falling
really good.
apart. I'm going Crossland anytime. Purely just because
You're still visualizing that in your head, just happening.
He wouldn't be able to do a backflip. He wouldn't be able to.
Only one person that can prove if he can or not. So please give it a try, Latrell.
Latrell Mitchell's the kind of bloke that would take it personally that we're saying he can't do it and would try
Oh no,
to.
I'm not attacking him. I really want to see
I'm
him do
attacking
one.
him.
Oh.
I am attacking
No, I
him. You
really-
can't backflip.
I really want to see him do a backflip. At least attempt one, at least.
I don't think you'd want him to
Or a
attempt one
front
because he'll
flip
injure
even.
himself.
Or a front flip even.
Front flip. What's harder, backflip or front flip?
Front flips are harder.
Can you do either of them?
No.
Neither can I. Can you do it on trampoline?
Yes.
I
On
can't.
trampolines I can.
Do you reckon do we roll a trampoline out there?
I don't know. They can't use props for tricolour. That would be good though if they could.
Who says they can't?
Oh,
They do props in the dunk contest in America, in the NBA. Why not? I say why not do props? Nico did the shoey.
He did. And,
Have you?
and he did the smoking
you know what?
ceremony.
I know. I hate talking about Try July because it's a different betting company. So shout out to Picklebet. But have you seen some of the women's celebrations?
Yeah, they've been
How
rehearsing
good are
it,
they?
I know.
They've been way better than us. They did the limbo.
Because they've been rehearsing
soccer-
all theirs.
Oh,
They've had
100
ages. They're like, we're doing Try July.
I'll tell you what,
'Cause
that's-
they've never played in July before.
Yeah, it's the first time that they've been able to do it. And
Yeah.
they've taken advantage of it. They've done
Yeah.
some sick ones.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I know we're getting off track, but what has been your favorite celebration so
I
far?
like the smoking Reese.
Yeah?
I'm not Reese Walsh, Nico.
Nico
I
Hines,
like
yeah.
the flips from Walsh. And
Yeah.
who's the other one that did it? Was it Stags or?
Yeah, it was Stags,
it
I
was
think.
Stags.
Yeah.
There's another really funny
The
one.
obviously the Raiders
Billy
one we talked about.
Walters was funny. With
What
money
did he
knocked it
do?
out of his hand.
Oh yeah. Did you see the girls did
the
that?
Raiders one's really good. Yeah.
The girls, one of the Millie Boy went to take a
Yeah.
photo of the Roosters, and then somebody knocked a Broncos player, and then they had the limbo, as I said.
Speaking of
the soccer.
NRLW, what annoys me? Why are the Cowboys called the Cowboys?
They should be the Cowgirls.
Yeah.
That's a
well, they
fair
used to be
shout.
the Gold Stars. Like
Yeah.
I said it when they came. I'm like, what are they going to?
That's actually a fair shout. They should be the
Cowboys.
Cowgirls.
Why cow? I know it's branding stuff, and
Yeah,
they
I
can't
don't know.
really
A bit
change it. It
licensing,
just
I
really
guess.
annoys me that a female team's called the Cowboys.
Fair point.
And the commentator's like, the Cowboys are in. I'm like,
We're getting very politically correct
Yeah.
here. We need to get on
it's not an
this.
attack on the girls. I'm just
No,
saying.
yeah.
Like,
I know. I
it's a
see what
bit-
you're saying,
it's
but
odd.
it'd just be branding, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because they'd have to re-merchandise everything
Yeah,
where they can
exactly.
just, like, if I want to buy say I'm a girl, like, well, look, boys can watch it as well. Say I'm a fan of the NRLW. I'm a kid. I'm watching my favorite NRLW players play for the Cowboys, and I want like some NRLW Cowboys merch. I can buy a Cowboys drink bottle, and it still count as an NRLW.
exactly.
Do you know what I
That's-
mean?
yeah,
Where they'd
that's
have to
the
rebrand
issue.
everything. But I 100% agree with what you're saying. Like they probably should be the Cowgirls.
It's the same with like the Raiders as well. And they're like logo,
Raiders can be blokes.
Yeah, but their logo
Yeah,
is like a man with
fair.
a beard. And that's what.
Well, like if you want to get deep into it, like what about the Eels? What gender is the eel?
That's not what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. Yeah. Dragons Manly. Dragons paying $2.80. Manly $1.43, and Zane Potter paying $1.01 to wear a Bulldogs jersey at some stage in this game. Imagine get on TV.
Oh.
We got to sit where Julian was. We got to get you on TV in a Bulldogs jersey. That'd be hilarious.
Stand at the back of the hill.
You're
No,
more
I
likely
reckon
to be
Manly
on
win,
it.
and I'm going to back Garrick the score. There we go. I don't want to think about this game. I really don't.
Manly margin
1-12.
and Garrick.
Yeah,
Because of
Garrick.
what you said earlier, I'm going to go Dragons. You scared me. You said they haven't. That
Terrible.
Manly haven't won since 03.
Yeah, I'll go
Is that-
random stats guy.
Go fact check that for me, because I don't want to be, I don't want you telling me false info. But I'm going to, based on if that's true, which you're about to tell me, I'm going to go Dragons 1-12, and I'm going to go.
Random stats guy.
Give me Ben Hunt in Wollongong.
Yeah, kick it into the crowd.
Yeah. Shout out to Trell. I kick it into the crowd, and Zane Potter in his Bulldogs jersey catches it. Can you find it? While you look for it, let's talk about Panthers and Sharks. Panthers are $1.10 and Sharks are $6.60.
Panthers, because Panthers are a top 8 side, and the Sharks can't win. So Panthers 13 plus,
It is at Penrith as
and
well.
Critter to score.
Critter?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No,
Giving
I
up
couldn't.
looking.
Yeah. Actually, who plays right side for the Sharks? Is it Critters and Toto's side?
For Panthers, do you mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. Is it?
Yeah, right side
well, then
Panthers is Critter.
Critter
and
to
Toto.
score. Then
I'm going to go Panthers
they
13
could have
plus.
a blinder. They could have a blinder of a day. Those
I'll go
two.
Toto. I'll go the other one. I'm just stealing you a bit. Now, I know I'm a Bulldogs fan. I know I might sound biased here. Now, Bulldogs are $2.33
really?
and Dolphins are $1.58.
Oh,
It's
what-
our home game, but
yeah.
it's in Bundaberg.
I know, what a weird
The
full game
Bulldogs
for Bundaberg to
have
get.
rolled out their strongest team of the
They
year.
have.
I think there's value in this
Solves
one.
the Dolphins,
That's true. That is true.
who
But-
had the bye last week, and we can't.
yeah, that's true.
I think Dolphins are going to win. I think they're going to win 13 plus.
13 plus,
'Cause I think
really. It
they are
isn't.
still a slight smoky chance, and this is the game.
They have to
this
win
will
it.
Be their
Like they
final
lose this,
chance
they're
to-
out.
yeah.
What about a try scorer?
Hammer? Hammer's got a score in this game. I probably could.
Now
Actually,
that you've said all that, that's like
they're
I'm
playing
like,
the
yeah,
Dogs. I'm
good
going to
point.
back Mark Nichols.
Nichols.
Yeah.
And they don't lose when he scores.
Yeah, they don't.
Like
team ever
obviously, I'm tipping the Bulldogs, but I do. This is the most confident I've been in them winning.
game.
Like, I'm not saying I think like I'm not that confident in them winning, but compared to like the last
back as
month,
well.
2 months, like this is our strongest team we've rolled out.
Is Parham named?
No, it's Averill at fullback and Sexton at halfback. You know what?
That is a good side.
I'm actually confident. I genuinely think the Bulldogs will win this because we're good with Sexton. I think it's going to be super high scoring. I'm going 1-12, but I think like get on Picklebet and get on the overs. I think like Bulldogs to score 30 plus, and because of how bad our defense is, like Dolphins as well. Like when we played
36 to
South,
28 or something.
remember when the South, what was
Yeah.
it, 36-32 or something?
Yeah.
I think it'll be similar. My try scorer, I'm going to go Jeremy Marshall King against the Bulldogs, his old club.
That would be
Be out
good.
for revenge. I think that's the first time I've gone a non-Bulldogs try scorer in a Bulldogs game this year. But I know I tip the Bulldogs every week, but genuinely, like Toby Sexton, Averill at fullback, kick
That's
out
a
back
good-
in.
yeah, you're right,
Like,
that is
it
good.
is our best side this year. And like obviously it is in
The
Bundaberg. Dolphins
side
off the
though that
bye.
everyone preseason was like all the kids were predicting preseason to make top 4.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I mean. We're a top. This is a top 4 side.
Is it?
But yeah, I do think the Bulldogs can win this week, but it is tough. Like basically an away game
Is this
against
the
off the
Chumley
bye.
game?
I'm not sure.
time
Let me
is
have a
it?
look. Why?
I was just wondering.
It is not.
Okay.
It is not.
Yeah, I was
As in the Bulldogs game isn't.
I was going to say that the scheduling would have been really poor if this was the Channel 9 game.
Yeah, in Bundaberg.
Yeah.
I should have extended my holiday, mate. All right, final game of the week. Titans 3.30, Cowboys $1.32.
Ooh, I reckon this...
Home game to the Titans.
Cowboys. Why am I thinking about that?
Yeah.
I was going to say it could be high scoring, but no, Cowboys by a lot.
So 13 plus.
And actually, Drinkwater will run down the middle and score. I reckon.
I've got the exact same.
Yeah.
Cowboys 13 plus and Scotty to Hottie. Scotty Drink to score a try. Now, your multi of the week was the South 13 plus and Trell Mitt backflip. I'm actually half tempted to message like the Picklebet people and be like, can we get a market?
Yeah, please. But Trell Mitt should do a backflip.
Like, they wouldn't be able to, but I am tempted to ask because why not? South 13 plus and Trell Mitt to backflip is Zane's multi of the week. My multi of the week is going to be, I don't know. What are you picturing him doing it again, Zane?
I just got visualizer in my head. I'm like, it's too
I
odd.
said Knights. Knights is going to be my multi of the
that.
week. So Knights 1-12 and Crossland. I'm going to make an executive decision here, Zane. And our combined multi of the week, I think Cowboys 13 plus and Scotty, because we both said it. And I put out a question sticker on Instagram for the Fen multis. Forgot to check it before I put in the thing.
Why don't we do as another combined multi?
Yeah.
Players returning, so we'll do Trell and kicks.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But maybe not add the backflip in. Because kick out's not doing a backflip.
I was going to say, are you saying William and kick out a backflip?
No,
yeah, all right. So
I think he's got a better chance of doing one than Trell.
So you reckon Trell and Kick out both to score?
Yeah.
We
won't add the backflip though. We will not. That's
Kick out and Trell to backflip.
After a try.
Check Picklebet, see if the market gets put out. All right, we need to stop because this is too far.
Yeah.
We've gone for far too long here. We've lost our minds. All right. That'll do it. Let's trot, baby.
Let's trot.